So, good morning everyone. We are Group 3. We were discussing about the safety and health inspection. But before I proceed the explanation about that, as you can see, we have a quotes about our topic. So that quotes are the prepare and prevent, don't repair and repent. So in that quotes, there is a famous saying that proper planning prevents poor performance. It sounds to be the best approach to do our duties, responsibilities, and obligation as a person or as a student. So therefore, prepare and prevent, don't repair and repent. So in simple words is habang maaga pa is paghandaan or maghanda para maiwasan or iwasan ang mga bagay na pwede naman gawin as early, and hindi na antayin pa or ulitin ang mga bagay na pwede tapang pagsisihan at the end. So, it is much better to prepare for a possible mishap and therefore prevent it from happening than have it happen and later regret it, like what I said earlier. So, therefore, from the quotes itself, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Di ba nga, meron tayong kasabihan sa Filipino na daig pa ng maagap ang masipag. That applies pagdating sa pagdedesisyon, pagpaplano ng mga bagay-bagay ng maayos at kaaya-aya. So, we prevent the damage na pwedeng mangyari be it sa ating workplace or yung mga bagay na ating tinatrabaho. So, the next slide is what is the safety and health inspection. Safety and health inspection, it is a safety inspection is an on-site walkthrough to identify potential hazards to occupants and personnel and options for remedial action. A safety inspections are also important for property insurance issues. So from the word itself, safety, it is defined the state of being safe, the condition of being protected from harm or other non-desirable outcome. It can also refer to the control of recognized hazards in order to achieve an acceptable level of risk, while health inspection are the help to make sure food product and food handled, to make sure to be prepared and to protect the public. So the next slide is the path to perfect safety. So I and my co-members decided to focus on the food safety to be connected in our courses, which is the food trade student. So in that image, it shows that inspection are a key part of good health and safety management. They also allow you to check that your workplace and work activities are healthy and safe. So based in that image shows the path to perfect safety, underlying the challenge belief, change behaviors, check continuously, vulnerable, reactive, compliant, proactive, and resilient. So the next one is, who are responsible for health and safety inspection? Health and Safety Executive or HSE is the one who is responsible for health and safety inspection. The Health and Safety Executive or HSE enforces health and safety regulation. So it is a Health and Safety Executive or HSE is an inspection carried out by the Health and Safety Executive in order to prevent death, injury, or ill health within the workplace. So the next one is, often should you do inspection? Safety inspection should be conducted at least every 6 months. So it is the most common known as a routine inspection and is conducted as often as every 6 months. So this is the recognizes that workplace hazards come in many forms and need to be managed in a proactive way. So the next slide is Restaurant Health and Safety Inspection Checklist. The one who will report this is my co-member.
Food handling. So, food handling is an act and process of handling a food. It's either a preparation or transporting or storage, packaging, delivering of food. Yan yung nasa food handling. So, isa to sa uh, dapat i-inspect sa isang restaurant checklist. Isa to sa dapat i-inspect sa restaurant kasi dito natin malalaman kung nasa maganda bang kalagayan yung pagkain sinuserve sa mga customer ng isang restaurant. Hindi lang sa pagda-dine in, maging sa pagti-take out, maging sa pagdi-deliver. Syempre, hindi naman natin alam na pagdi-deliver is meron palang komplikado pala sa pagdi-deliver sa isang restaurant. Hindi natin alam, 'di ba? Mas maganda nang i-inspecto at malaman natin na sa isang restaurant is safe and healthy yung mga binibigay nilang pagkain. Electrical equipment. So, this is any apparatus, appliance, cable, conductor, fitting, insulator, material, meter or wire that is used for controlling or generating a company or a restaurant. So, isa din to sa dapat na ini-inspect. Well, lahat naman sila dapat i-inspect, pero na-inspect to dahil syempre kadalasan na nagkakaproblema sa isang restaurant is ang electrical. Syempre sa isang restaurant meron diyang tubig, meron diyang apoy, lahat pwedeng lahat gumagamit ng oven, lahat gumagamit ng cable sa ilaw, lahat ginagamit sa isang restaurant. So may tendency na pag hindi ito na check ng maayos na safe ang mga customer na papasok dito is may possibility na magkaroon ng fire, magkaroon ng sunog. So pag hindi to maayos na i-check is yun yung pwedeng mangyari. So mas maganda nang sa simula pa lang is maayos, maganda yung pagkaka organize ng mga electrical equipments para hindi na hassle, hindi nag-hassle yung mga tao kung baga pakalat-kalat yung electric. So, fire protection means measures and practices for preventing or reducing injury and loss of life or property by fire. So, ito nga yung practices for preventing. So, sabi ko nga kanina sa electrical, kung magkaroon man, may possibility naman na hindi maayos ang isang restaurant sa pag-electrical, magkakos ito ng isang fire. So, ito, ini-inspect to, mahalaga na ini-inspect to, maganda, dapat na ini-inspect to kasi what if nga naman hindi maayos sila sa electrical, 'di ba? Hindi na naging consistent yung pagiging maayos nila sa electrical. So, magkakaroon ng sunog. At least na practice na nila yung pagpe-prevent sa fire, 'di ba? Na alam na nila kung paano i-prevent yung fire, kung paano magpo-protect. Hindi sila mai-stress, hindi sila magpapanik kung sakali mang dumating sa point na magkakasunog. Hindi sila yung mai-stress, mapapanik na wala silang mailigtas or maisalba man lang na gamit kasi hindi sila nag-prevent, hindi sila nag-practice. So, maganda, mahalaga na meron ang isang restaurant nito kasi yun yung may possibility na makapag-prevent sa kung hindi man maayos ang electrical equipment. So next is injury prevention, which means activities to prevent, ameliorate, treat, reduce injury-related disability and death. So sabi nga 'di ba kanina sa quotes is prepare and prevent, don't repair and repent. So mas maganda nang sa simula pa lang meron nagkapaghanda na ang isang restaurant and nakapag-prevent na sila bago pa mangyari. So, mas maganda pa din na i-inspect kung meron silang nagagawa ba nila ang injury prevention. Sabi nga, di ba? Kasi nga, pag may alam ka, pag alam mo yung dapat mong gawin, hindi ka magpapanik. Pag alam mo kung paano mag-ayos dyan, kung meron mang injury dyan, is hindi ka magpapanik kung ano mang meron dyan. Isa yan sa mahalagang asset ng restaurant kasi what isang customer magkaroon ng injury sa loob, hindi man mismong restaurant yung may kasalanan, pero what if nasa loob siya ng restaurant is magka-injured siya bigla, diba? At least prepare yung mga staff, yung mga employees sa isang restaurant na kaya nilang asikasuhin yung customer nila. So next is storage, which means the action or method of storing something for future use. So dapat din natin tong i-inspect sa isang restaurant. Sabi nga is storing something for future. So dapat makita natin na yung storage ng isang restaurant is malinis, maayos siya. Kasi for future use siya eh. So mai-stock dun yung mga pagkain, andun din yung ibang pagkain bukod pa dun sa sinasabi kong warehouse, yung equipment handling. Pero ang storage kasi is pwede to sa loob mismo ng restaurant, kung ano yung mga nasa loob ng restaurant na dapat i-store ng maayos para pag kumuha doon, ang mga pagkain na kinukuha doon or ang mga yung condiments na nakastock doon is maayos at malinis sila. Next is equipment handling, means devices that help a warehouse function by moving and storing goods. So hindi man ganun kalaki yung restaurant para magkaroon ng warehouse, pero ito yung isa sa pwedeng makatulong sa isang restaurant pag nag-store ng goods, nag-i-store sila, anong tawag doon, nagpapack sila or nag-stock sila ng mga pagkain nila, ng goods nila, which is kailangan i-inspect kasi dapat makita kung yung pinaglalagyan ba ng mga pagkain sa isang restaurant is malinis, is maayos ba, kasi syempre kung raw pa yung pagkain, alangan sa pagluto, pag-prepare lang maayos, syempre dapat bago yun maluto, yung pinaglalagyan nun, yung pinag-stockan nun is maayos at malinis. So maghalagang i-inspect yan. So next is floor and exterior area. So ito, from the word, it means yung floor, yung nilalakaran natin, and yung mga exterior, maliban pa sa mga electrical or kung ano pa mang gamit sa isang restaurant, dapat ini-inspect din natin yung sahig, yung exterior niya, kung matibay ba yung nilalakaran ng customer, kung maayos ba. Kung, for example, nasa second floor yung isang restaurant o sa third floor, diba, mas maganda na makita natin na safe na maglakad dun. Malay mo marupok yung sahig, o pagkalakad dun ng no offense, pero pag naglalakad dun yung malaking tao or heavy yung tao, malay mo masira. So hindi natin alam kung ano yung pwedeng maging tendency nito in the future. So dapat in-inspect yun, na dapat safe yung nilalakaran, safe yung mga exterior, yung pundasyon safe siya, hindi siya marupok, para kahit anumang dumaan na bigla ang incident is hindi basta-basta masisira yung isang restaurant. So next is BIR. BIR means Bureau of Internal Revenue. So alam naman natin na yung BIR is more on siya sa tax or fees or charges, which is napaka-importante sa isang restaurant. Hindi lang sa isang restaurant, kundi sa business, sa kahit anong company, napaka-importante nito. Kasi pag naka-registered ang isang restaurant or isang company sa BIR, it means legit siya. It means may approval siya na itong company na to is nasasakupan siya ng taxes ng government, hindi siya hindi natin legal siya. Hindi natin siya masasabi na ay peke itong business na to, peke itong restaurant na to, kasi pag may BIR ka, it means kilala, alam ng mga nasa taas na merong nangamamalakad ng ganitong business. So napaka-importante to sa isang company at sa isang restaurant din. Next is mayor's permit. So ang mayor's permit is a license issued by a mayor for a company for the operation of its business under its jurisdiction. So yung mayor's permit, though sa BIR, hindi na kailangan ng mayor's permit para makaregister ka sa BIR, pero maganda pa din na sa isang business, sa isang restaurant, or sa isang company is merong mayor's permit. Kasi pag may mayor's permit, hindi lang sa pinakataas nalalaman, kundi pati dun sa mismong lugar nyo, alam ng isang mayor, alam na merong nagpapatakbong ganong klaseng restaurant or business na sabi ko nga kanina is legal siya, hindi siya masasabing fake news or peke, hindi siya masasabi na scam, kasi nga may mayor's permit, alam na merong ganitong namamalakad sa syudad, sa lungsod na kinalalagyan mo or kinalalagyan ng isang restaurant. So, next is first aid kit, a set of materials and tools used for giving emergency treatment to a sick or injured person. So, mahalaga din to, isa din to sa masasabi kong dapat meron ang isang restaurant. Kasi, for example, merong hindi lang sa customer, kundi pati sa mga employee. Kunwari, sa isang customer may sugat, hindi man sa loob nangyari, pero galing sa labas nagkaroon ng sugat or nagkaroon ng injury yung isang customer, madali na lang maibibigay kung ano yung pwedeng ipanggamot sa kanya. Hindi na yung tatakbo pa sa labas para bumili man ng band-aid, ng betadine. At least andoon na may first aid kit na. And for the employees, 'di ba, sa isang restaurant may merong mga fire. So, sa fire, pag nasunog ay napaso ang isang employee, at least maaagapan kasi merong first aid kit. Doon na sila kukuha. So, next po is CCTV, closed circuit television. So, importante din po na ma-inspect ang CCTV, na dapat sa isang restaurant is may CCTV, dahil diyan po natin makikita, syempre, pag may mga customer na nawalan ng gamit or nasalisihan, diyan unang-unang titingnan niya ng mga customer. So, mahalaga talaga na merong CCTV, gumagana yung CCTV, hindi lang basta nakalagay doon or hindi lang basta nakadisplay na may CCTV ang isang restaurant, kundi gumagana dapat ang CCTV para kung in case man na mangyari na may nagnakawan, katulad nga po diba sa mga crime, is yun yung pinapakita, yung CCTV footage is mahalaga sa isang restaurant. Next po is water safety, which means procedures or precautions and policies associated with safety around bodies of water. So, hindi po ibig sabihin na tubig yan, okay lang yan. Kailangan pa din niyang i-inspect, kailangan pa din niyang tingnan, lalo na sa isang restaurant, dahil syempre pagkakain, iinom ka, dapat yung iniinom ng isang customer, ng employee also, is malinis siya, healthy yung iniinom, hindi basta galing sa kung saan, hindi natin po alam kung saan nanggagaling yung tubig, diba? So, mahalaga na ini-inspect yan. And minsan, ang water din po is pwede siyang maging cause ng incident, 'di ba? Pag kunwari natapunan sa sahig, hindi pa natuyo or hindi pa nadinis ng employee, pwedeng madulas ang isang customer. So, dapat alerto na pag may naulang tubig is maagapan. So, next is ladder safety. So, hindi porket restaurant is hindi na sila gumagamit ng ladder. So, dapat din malaman ng isang employee, lalo ng mga staff, kung paano gamitin ang isang ladder. Kasi kung hindi malalaman ng mga employee, ng mga staff ng isang restaurant kung paano gagamitin ang isang ladder, magkokos po ito ng ng accident po. Pwedeng pag hindi alam kung paano tumaas or hawakan ang isang ladder, is pwede silang mahulog or matumba. Pwede pa itong hindi po ito magiging safe. And kadalasan po ginagamit kasi ang ladder kung may aabutin na mga bagay na sa matataas. So, kailangan alam po natin yan. Next po is material handling. Material handling is a function dealing with the preparation, placing, and positioning of materials. So, dito po, di ba nasabi ko po dun sa electrical or sa mga equipments, may mga position dapat po ang bawat material sa isang restaurant. Kung saan sila mas magandang ilagay, mas tamang ilagay para po maiwasan natin. Kasi po hindi naman po natin pwedeng itabi sa may apoy. Sa isang restaurant po, hindi natin pwedeng itabi sa may apoy yung mga madaling masunog. Kunwari po, ang isang plastic or papel, hindi natin, kung may materials man tayo na ganun, na plastic, yung mga baso, yung mga cups, hindi natin po pwede siyang itabi sa may apoy. So, kailangan yung mga materials natin is nakaposition ng maayos, naka-place kung saan magiging safe yung mga employees kung magtatrabaho man po sila. And last po is ang chemical safety. Chemical safety is a procedures and practices designed to minimize the risk of exposure to potentially hazardous chemicals. So, kadalasan po na merong chemical sa isang restaurant, may mga restaurant na may alcohol po, mga wines, may mga beer, and may kailangan po sa isang restaurant, actually sa lahat ng mga companies, is may fire extinguisher. And ang isa pa pong chemicals na pwede sa isang restaurant is ang apoy. So, dapat ini-inspect natin yung chemical safety, na hindi basta-basta gamitin yung mga bagay, or hindi tayo magpawalang bahala na okay lang na kung anong galaw mo, yun is okay lang. Kung gamitin mo yung apoy in anywhere, kung anong gusto mong gawin sa apoy is okay lang. Hindi po dapat ganun. Dapat malaman ng isang employee na sa paggamit ng isang chemical ng apoy, maging safe po ang paggamit niya, hindi lang yung basta-basta po. So, thank you po.
Workplace hazard can cause death, injury, damage to equipment. The first factor that can pose a hazard is the people or workers, because based on people actions, how they act in the workplace has a huge impact on the workplace, where those actions can be one of the major risk factors for causing injury or death. For example, a worker did not undergo any training or did not know much about their job can have a significant impact on hazard in a workplace. And also, the equipment can also pose a hazard in a workplace, because if those equipment are faulty or overloaded, can lead to fires which can cause damage in a workplace. And if those equipment are improper operations and continuously monitor, the equipment can cause a damage. Informal infections. It is a result in immediately actions to be taken by the inspection supervisor to reinforce proper conduct or correct discrepancies. Conducting an informal inspection will maintain safety in a workplace. Informal inspections are conducted daily by anyone who notice a workplace hazard and report it to someone who can take corrective action. And a planned inspection. A planned inspections of the workplace are to identify and monitor workplace hazard, identify change to work areas which may pose new risk, monitor effectiveness and of previous corrective action, and monitor the safety standard are being maintained. The next one is another types of safety inspection. There are also another types of safety inspection are the following: the safety checklist inspection, the general knowledge inspection, the risk mapping safety inspection. So the first one is safety checklist inspection. Safety checklist inspections are documents used during safety inspection for the identification of potential hazard. OSHA, or the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or more commonly known by its acronym OSHA, or OSHA. It is the one who is responsible for protecting worker health and safety. OSHA, or OSHA, has provided a wide range of checklists for the identification of potential hazards in a variety of industries and applications. So, sa madaling sabi, the safety checklist inspection ay isa ito sa mga dokumento na kinakailangan sa pag-i-inspect para mas mapadali yung pag-identify ng mga possible hazard or potential hazards. So in addition, ang checklist ay isa din itong nagsisilbing iyong memorya o paalala kung anong mga gawain ang kailangan gawin at ang pagkakasunod-sunod na dapat nilang tapusin upang mabawasan ang mga pagkakamali sa proseso at makuha din ang pinakamahusay na posibleng mga resulta. At kapag meron kang isang checklist na dapat sundin, maaaring itong maging isang mahusay na motivator or motivator. Hindi lamang doon, ang safety checklist inspection din ay mahalaga sa isang trabaho na handa ka sa mga bagay na kailangan gawin sa mga pag-inspection or pag-i-inspect. Tulad na lamang sa isa pang inspection sa isang lugar na may dala ka ng listahan ng mga pangyayari. Isang halimbawa na dito ay may isang building na nasira or may mga namatay. Mahalaga sa mga pag-inspection or pag-i-inspect na may dala ka ng listahan upang ito ay isang nagpapatunay sa mga krimen na nangyari at napakahalaga nito upang isiwalat ang mga pangyayari sa isang lugar. The next one is General Knowledge Inspection. General Knowledge Inspection, or another way of conducting inspection, is to use the information you have in your head and just walk around looking at what is going on. This method keeps you from getting stuck looking at the same things every time. However, the effectiveness of this inspection method is dependent on the individual's level of knowledge about workplace-related safety practices. General knowledge inspections. Dapat may alam sa mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran o sa isang trabaho at tinitignan ang mga bagay kung angkop ba sa sinasagawang proseso. So, the third one is risk mapping safety inspection. The third inspection method is called risk mapping. It is a good method to use at a safety meeting where everyone there is familiar with the workplace or work or process. So, from the word itself, mapping, ginagamit ito ng mapa o drawing ng lugar ng trabaho o isang listahan ng mga akpan sa isang proseso. At pagkatapos ay sasabihin ng mga tao sa grupo, sa pinuno ang mga pangalit na kinikilala nila at kung saan sila matatagpuan sa lugar ng trabaho o sa proseso. Sa karagdagang explanation, risk mapping safety inspection, itinatalaga dito ay ang pagkakaroon ng kaalaman sa loob ng pinagtatrabahuhan upang ang mga tao ay madaling mahanap sa isang pinagtatrabahuhan kapag may nangyaring hindi maganda. Halimbawa na dito ay ang pagmimina. Dapat meron kang list ng mga nagtatrabaho kung saan sila naka-assign upang mas madaling mahanap kapag nagkaroon ng mga pangyayari na hindi inaasahan sa lugar na pinagtatrabahuhan.
So next in the topic is the steps in safety inspection. So we have step 1, planning and scheduling. Dito, it basically says na kailangan ng time ng pag-inspection ay maayos at planado para maiwasan yung risk during inspection. Kailangan kasi na may sinusunod na planner at may time ang mga inspecting team members sa mismong date ng inspection. kasi ang mga establishments na nag-undergo ng inspection ay on a monthly basis. Most of the times naman, yung ibang establishments na mas high risks is kailangan ng frequent inspection. And most importantly, inspection strategy needs to be worked out depending on the size of the workplace and the level of risk. So, we have next step 2, preparation. Importante namang na ang mga members na magsasagawa o kasali sa inspection team ay may sapat na kaalaman at experience. Hindi lamang yan, ngunit dapat rin na sumailalim sila sa training at orientation para masiguro na ang inspection na isasagawa ay tama at nalaman lahat ng mga potential hazards na makakasama sa establishments, workplace, at sa mga taong nagtatrabaho rito. So, the elements that they need to identify or look into is the most current legal requirements or hazard warnings issued by governing agencies or officers. And then, previous JHSC, yung Joint Health and Safety Committee meeting minutes. And then, prior inspection reports. And lastly, a comprehensive report on any incidents that have occurred since the last inspection was conducted. So, step 3, implementation. So, sa implementation naman, kailangan i-identify yung potential causative factors for any kind of physical injury or disease conditions at the workplace. So, kabilang dito yung infrastructure components such as doors, windows, loading docks, storage racks, parking lots, flooring and fire exits, and then industrial equipment, tools and machinery. And then the workers, the workstations installed at awkward or non-ergonomic position at iba pa. Kaya kailangan na ang inspection team ay nakapokus at alerto sa ibang posibleng panganib. Maaari rin na kausapin nila yung ibang kawani ng establishments or company ng pinagsasagawaan ng inspection, be it their supervisor. Dahil baka may mga concerns pala silang gustong sabihin since sila naman yung nagtatrabaho doon at mas prone doon. Next, we have step 4, documentation. Para talagang masigurado na ligtas ang naisagawang inspection, nararapat lang na ito ay dokumentado at detalyado ang record ng inspection. So, dito makikita kung ano-ano nga ba yung mga hazards na nakita sa simula at makatapos ng inspection, kung naayos na ba, nagawa ng paraan, at para makasigurado ang bawat nagtatrabaho ron na ligtas ang kanilang pinagtatrabahuhan. So, the inspection results should contain the following information: yung departments or section of the workplace that were inspected, time and date of inspection, participating members of the inspection, the areas, processes, machinery, and other items that were found to be potential hazards, the record of identified hazards, and then recommendation to address the issues. And then lastly, we have step 5, follow-up. So once the inspection has been completed and potential hazards have been identified, the employer is obligated to take necessary and immediate actions to address these issues. Kaya dapat may nakahanda silang record mula sa inspecting team na pinapaalalahanan at sinabihan sila sa mga posibleng panganib at kung paano nila ito resolbahan para naman manatili ang kanilang workplace na malayo sa panganib. Dahil ang pinaka-importante naman ay maramdaman natin na ligtas tayo at sigurado pagdating sa mga bagay na ganito. So the purpose is to establish whether the working environment is safe and without risk. And the importance of safety and health inspection is to prevent incidents, injuries, and illnesses, and then helps identify hazards that are not working efficiently and decide what measures to take before they lead to an accident or incident.
To sum up, in the safety and health inspection, at the end of every inspection, it can also that the information obtained is reviewed carefully and were identified as a significant risk, corrective action taken. And in addition, explanation, health and safety inspection programs are not only a productive living indicator, but they also form part of building a good health and safety culture.
So my members are the following: Dian Joy Pelazo, Marjan Marcaita, Mariala Joy David, Angel Ann Ampongan, Mary Joy Valenzuela, Nita Nevero Claro, and Aprilyn Zaira Villard.